What is up, Terrible Take fam? You got Lucas and Holden here today.
What up?
We are going to look at the past 10 NBA Finals champions and rank them from S to D tier. We're going to be comparing them to each other, not necessarily all time, but to see which ones we think are the best champions. Maybe they had the more impressive run or the more impressive Finals win compared to some other ones. So let's go ahead and get into it. If you want more stuff like this, like and subscribe. Comment down below as you're watching, and we may do a video that you suggest. So, the first one is 2013 Miami Heat, LeBron, D Wade, Chris Bosh. This was the year that Ray Allen hit the shot and sent it to Game 7, where they eventually beat the Spurs. I think for me, this is when it comes to these 10, this is probably an A tier team.
Two.
Um, this is when LeBron was arguably at his peak.
Yeah, that probably was his peak. I mean, he's still doing just as good, but that's when he reached his.
Some of D Wade's last good years, Chris Bosh before he got sick. And
Mhm.
so, even if you hated the Heat back then, this was a fun team to watch. So, next we got the next year, which is the 2014 Spurs, and they beat the Miami Heat in the finals. This was when they went on that like 2 or 3 year run where they just kept playing each other in the finals.
Yep.
You got,
Tim Duncan
mhm,
and that team.
Tony Parker,
Tony
Manu
Parker.
Ginobili.
Yep.
We forget Kawhi Leonard was on that team as well.
Yeah. Wow.
Um, I would probably put this right there in the A tier with the Heat since they kept playing each other for a few years. This is when Kawhi won Finals MVP because he played really good defense on LeBron that entire series.
It,
Next is the
the,
first of many for the
Steve
2015 Golden State Warriors. This was Steph Curry's unanimous MVP year.
did
Every
not
single
win
person.
it Finals MVP, which is very weird.
Yeah, that was give me equal dollar. Um, I,
I,
I
I
this
had
team
to.
beat the
I would say
Cavs.
B.
Yeah, this team beat the Cavs. The Cavs, I think Kevin Love got hurt, and then by game 2 or 3, Kyrie was out. So it was LeBron putting up like 45 points a game to keep these games close. Um,
I would have to
so
say B because I mean, if you compare it to the other teams in the future, like later on this list, I don't think
mhm.
they would get right.
Yeah, I think both of the teams above them would beat them in a 7 game series. So the year after that, when everybody was healthy, is the magical 3-1 comeback of the Cavs with LeBron, Kyrie, Kevin Love. Of course, Kyrie hitting the shot in Game 7, the sidestep over Steph Curry.
Mm.
Um, great team, great team. I would probably put this either B or A.
I would say
Um,
B.
B, put them right there with the Warriors.
Yeah, maybe above the Warriors team
Yeah, let's do that. So.
just because of the revenge.
Okay, I'll be honest with you. The next two were the 2017 and 2018 Warriors after they got Kevin Durant. I don't see how we don't put both of these S tier.
Yeah. I know it's
Uh,
the people hate on Kevin Durant for joining and making a super team, but they were so good. They're on.
they were unstoppable, man. It wasn't fair
I mean,
how
even the
good
team
they were.
before, like even forget like the Cleveland Cavaliers the year before, like that came back at 3-1. That Golden State team went seventh. They beat or they had the what's the record 73-9 record
Yeah.
in a regular season, which is absolutely insane. And then they added Kevin Durant. So
I mean, this was the point where we had 4 straight years of Cavs Warriors in the finals.
yeah.
Um, and so, yeah, I think both of those teams are S tier, probably arguably two of the best teams of all time. So,
Thanks.
next is the Toronto Raptors. Hot take. I just don't think this team was that great. I think they got a little lucky. Klay Thompson got hurt. Kevin Durant tore his Achilles in the finals. And so you played a half worn down Warriors team. I'd put them like C tier. When it just comes to these teams here.
They had Drake, and Drake was very annoying then. So
Yeah, like they're great. I mean, Kawhi hit that shot in the playoffs that bounced around the rim like 4 times. But outside of of that, I mean, like I said, you played a Warriors team that really was banged up and
Like
was
the
missing
Warriors
tools.
before in the B tier, but that Warriors team's a lot better.
Yeah. So next is
The
the
Mickey Mouse ring,
Disney Mickey Mouse ring. So here's my take. I do think this team is like a good team,
ever.
but it was such a weird time that I would put them in C.
Yeah, I think so. Because they didn't have to face any home crowd,
That's what it is. It was in the bubble.
no away
There
team.
was a big break in the season, so it was almost like you restarted the season just for the playoffs. And so I don't know.
Yeah.
It's just I'm not dogging the team thinking that they were bad. I mean, LeBron played great.
And then Anthony Davis.
Yeah, but then you got the Heat in the finals who somehow made their way there. So I'd put them C just for now.
I agree.
The Milwaukee Bucks, Giannis Antetokounmpo wins his first ring over the Phoenix Suns. I think they were down 2-0, and they came back and won four straight. And Giannis put up like a 55-point game finals.
This is A tier.
A, I was thinking B,
I think they're like low A.
low A.
Yeah.
I'll agree with you because I was going to put them a high A. But Giannis had an incredible playoff run that year.
Mhm.
And great um finals run. I mean, I would argue that may be the best finals run ever, just from
Yeah.
him as a player, not the whole team, but him as a player. Um, so now we got the 2022 Golden State Warriors, who of course beat my Boston Celtics in the finals. I don't think this team is all that. I don't. I think the Celtics played pretty bad. Jordan Poole went on this crazy run in the finals, and now we see what he's doing on the Wizards. I'd put him in the B tier, maybe below the other Warriors team.
I think they just kind of got
So
like here.
yeah, I just something about that team didn't click for me. I don't know what it was. Last but not least is this past season's NBA Finals champions, the Denver Nuggets, winning it for the first time. They had the MVP and Nikola Jokic on their team. They beat the Miami Heat in the finals, who somehow made their way back. How? I don't know. They should have played the Celtics, but we choked in the conference finals to the Heat. I would put this team right there with the Bucks,
I think they're above the
maybe
Bucks.
just above the Bucks. I mean, Nikola Jokic
He popped
went
off.
on a crazy run.
Mhm.
But he had a crazy season. The fact that this man has been dominating the league now for a few years and showing it by winning MVPs, putting up 30 points, 11 rebounds, 8, 9 assists a game as a center.
All
They
while looking like he does not care.
Oh yeah, all all while looking like, can I just get
He's
back
like,
to my horses?
the dude
And
was freaking
so,
sad when he realized he has a parade in like 3 days and he can't go back to Siberia for horse racing. Like
um, you mean Serbia?
Serbia.
It
I
says
don't know.
Siberia. Serbia, yeah.
Serbia, my bad. Hopefully I don't
No,
get
I
canceled.
think great team. I would put them against a lot of these. I think clearly we see that the best team in the past few years has been the Kevin Durant Warriors. I would argue this though. I say we put the 2013 Heat in S.
Mhm. I agree with that.
You agree?
Just because of the hype around them and they were all like in their prime then.
Dude, LeBron, D Wade, Bosh, even like Ray Allen played some
Ray
pretty good
Allen was kind of a
minutes.
little bit older then, but he was still a great
Yeah.
shooter. That's when threes weren't very dominant in the league at then. Like not
Hmm.
everyone was taking a three, but Ray Allen's just a really great shooter for that time.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, I think this is a great list. I think we put them together pretty well.
I agree.
Definitely it's a good list because it's my list and your list, right? We're pretty biased.
Hey, no
So
D tier this time.
Nate, no D tiers, right? I don't think there was really a D tier team to
No.
win it all in the past while. So hopefully this year, as the season, we're about 25 games into the season this year. Hopefully we have a great finals run and playoffs for the NBA. So we will see. Hey, Terrible Tanks fam. Thank you all for watching us rank the past 10 NBA Finals champions. Like, subscribe, share the video with your friends. Again, if you want us to do one of your video ideas, put it down in the comments below and we'll look at it and we will probably record it. So For Holden and Lucas from Terrible Takes, peace out.
Peace.